very impressive, and I'm not even in the PSVR headset. Zach immediately got a visceral reaction to this when he first put it on, and he's adapted quite well, I'd say.
Good job, Zach.
That's right.
Thanks, guys. I really am sorry whoever has to use this headset next, because I literally am sweating.
All right, welcome back to PlayStation Underground. We're here checking out GT Sport on PlayStation VR, one of the standout experiences you can experience in PlayStation VR. And actually, Mr. Zach Miner over there doing the honors.
Hey, guys.
So tell us a little bit about what you're experiencing in the PlayStation VR headset right now.
I am, I mean, this is going to sound cheesy, I'm experiencing Gran Turismo unlike I have ever experienced it before.
Is that so?
It is so. I've played a fair amount of Gran Turismo, and I never play in the cockpit view for a variety of reasons. But this completely changes the way that I'm interacting with the game. Like, there is, you know, it feels like I am, oh my gosh.
Glancing against
the
wall.
It feels like I have way less power over what I'm doing, in the sense that, like, I am finally recognizing, like, the true power of these machines that I am inside.
Interesting.
Like, when I play on, like, the hood cam, where you're, like, not seeing the car at all, and there's a sense that you're just kind of, like, driving through this environment with a variety of, like, physics systems at play. But here, it's really just like, look at all this engineering and manufacturing that I am just trying to, like, foolhardily, you know, control. It's really kind of overwhelming.
Yeah. Interesting to hear to see as well. Polyphony Digital, they are known not only sort of for their visual fanatic perfectionism. I mean, they have incredible detailed car models. It's just something they're really known for, but also really well known for their visual prowess, their graphical engineering. They have incredible technical expertise, and just interesting to see these this sort of long-standing studio, you know, considered masters of the craft, really tackle what the hot new sort of gaming graphics technology is here, VR.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is that visual prowess extends to not only the VR mode, but the standard mode, the environments, the tracks, the cars, interior and exterior. I mean, no matter where you, kaboom! No matter where you look in Gran Turismo Sport, you're going to see something that just looks visually spectacular.
Yeah, tremendously realistic. They're known for being incredibly detailed about how they use lighting. Incredible detail in their lighting, great frame rates, you know, just the works. So definitely one of the more visually spectacular VR experiences you can check out right now with PlayStation VR. And I don't want to sell short another mode that you can play in VR, which is the go-karts. And we checked that out just a few minutes ago, and that is a whole different experience where you are really sort of exposed to the elements as you whip down these racetracks. So also very, very cool way to experience GT Sport in VR.
And from the safety of your own couch.
That's right.
I mean, this is seriously making me, like, kind of start sweating a little bit, guys. This is pretty intense.
I mean, I'm always overwhelmed in cockpit view in racing games, because you are right there, like Zach said, you were surrounded by this extremely powerful machine hurtling down the Tokyo Expressway.
Yeah.
So in VR, that's just going to enhance that so much, and it's really intense.
I gotta say, Zach actually doing a pretty good job. I would not be performing this well, especially under pressure.
I would not. Well, I just can barely drive.
It's really amazing how having to kind of look around to look in your rear view mirrors actually changes the experience. Instead of just having that kind of, like, immediately glanceable.
Yeah.
Like, I actually have to move my head to look at that. And again, it just kind of shifts the balance of power between kind of like the player and the car and the environment in a really interesting way.
Next up, I mean, I'd love to see Polyphony add like a driver's school test where you could do like parallel parking and really have to swivel your head around and capture the full experience of driving. But maybe, you know, we'll probably have to wait till some other day to see something like that.
Do you really want to parallel park in VR?
I mean, it has, ramifications for student drivers and things. I think it could actually be really cool.
It could be a learning experience. You could play this in school, Sid.
That's right. It's educational, right? Video games as educational tools. But anyway, yeah, really very impressive. And I'm not even in the PSVR headset. Zach immediately got a visceral reaction to this when he first put it on, and he's adapted quite well, I'd say.
Good job, Zach.
That's right.
Thanks, guys. I really am sorry whoever has to use this headset next, because I literally am sweating.
That's just the power and precision of PlayStation VR. Oh, look at
That's right. That's immersion at work, Zach. Should be pointed out that in GT Sport currently, VR gameplay limited to 1v1. So you can, whether you're in go-karts or racing in sports cars, you're racing one other car. But it's such an intense experience that, I don't know, probably wouldn't bother me all that much.
Yeah.
It's just a visual tour de force,
And it's more intimate, as we were saying earlier. It's, you get that intimacy of virtual reality and the intimacy of doing one-on-one racing.
Just looking at the car, it's ridiculous. I mean, this is detail, again, really shows off this detail that Polyphony's known for.
Zach, keep your eyes on the road.
That's it, guys.
Nicely done, Zach Miner.
Well done.
That's GT Sport on PlayStation VR, and out now with some VR gameplay and some ways to check out some of the super detailed car models as well, all in PlayStation VR. So thank you for joining us as we tour some of our favorite PlayStation VR games. We'll see you next time.
PlayStation